Hey guys, welcome to another development video. I know it's been a while because I know this since the last video I've been busy doing other stuff and with life, and at the same time working on this. As you can see in the background, you can see water moving now in this planet, and it's awesome. I updated a little bit on the planet, as you can see, it's awesome. Still needs a little bit more work, but as you can see. In this development video, I ended up working on the water a little bit more. A little bit more since I didn't actually, not a little bit more, a lot more because I did not have in the last video. Well, I kind of did, but it wasn't moving like it is now. Of course, it needs a little bit more. Um, Need to tweak it a little bit more on this planet. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been working on. Most of the time went on this water. Um, Water movement on this planet, adding water or ocean, as you can say, and this on this planet. I mean, this planet looks so much different than it was before, as you can see now. It looks so much different, and I updated the textures, and they blend now with the brown. It's not the greatest blending, but it works now. Um, yeah. Um, Most of my time went on this water thing, and it has some issues with the water, with the reflections. I mean, it doesn't have reflection, to be honest. And trying to figure out if this can do like an underwater scene. I'm confused with comes because if you go underwater, there's nothing underwater. That's inside the planet. But so most of my time went on trying to figure out if I can do underwater and trying to see if I can do reflections. But it seems like it's a little bit harder when it comes to a planet. Because I know when it comes to like a regular flat terrain, um, I know if it comes to a regular flat terrain, you know the height of the water, the level, the height, yeah, the water level height, right? And when it comes to a flat terrain, you could create another plane that ends up being the water, and you just position it at the water level height. I guess that's how it works. I never done procedural terrain before on a plane, so. But I figured that's how it works when it comes to a plane. If you want to have water, and especially if you want to have like an underwater scene. Um, but when it comes to a flat terrain, um, I love this. But anyway, okay. Anyway, when it comes to a flat terrain, um, and you want to do reflections, you know where to position the camera because you know the height of the water plane, right? Because the camera has to be underwater, and basically that will create the reflection texture. Everything will be upside down and everything, and that's how the reflection texture will work. At least that's how what I read in articles. But when it comes to a procedural planet, I don't know how that works because you don't really know the height of the planet. I mean, the height of the planet, the height of the water. I mean, everything's the maybe kind of do, but I couldn't figure it out with the reflection texture or how to create it. And plus, I know they said to turn off the water, so the water won't be included or something like that. But I can't do that with the planet because the water is actually part of the planet. So I can't turn off the water without turning off the terrain. Um, so that's an issue with that, and I can't. I don't know how to go about that. I don't know if any of you guys have any ideas, and I'm not sure if it's even possible to create a reflection texture with this ocean. I mean, with this planet. Most of the time trying to figure out if I could do that. Yeah, I was able to create a texture out of it, but it's not perfect. It's not the correct one because I don't know where to position the camera for that sense. But and the other part was trying to figure out if I could do an underwater level or a section of this because what I'm doing right now is basically the lowest height of the vertex ends up being in the water. And since I'm doing that, I can't create underwater terrain because I'm using it as a water. So if I wanted to have underwater level, or underwater. I guess underwater level, right? I will have to create maybe another sphere that ends up being the water. But then again, I don't think that will work correctly. You know, I'm not sure if that will work, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if any of you guys have any ideas how to do that, if it's even possible. 'Cause I've been trying to figure this out, which is why it took me a while. Because I couldn't. I mean, most of I've been looking online, and most of it consists of just regular flat plane terrain procedural plane. I mean, a regular flat procedural terrain that's on the plane, right? Which is simple. Those are really simple, which I think I can do. Nobody really mentioned too much about planets. So yeah, I don't know. That's basically what I've been trying to figure out. This. If any of you guys have any ideas how to create like a reflection texture or underwater scene, I'm not too worried about too much underwater scene because in this space shooter, I don't think I'll be able to walk. Maybe in the future, I don't know. I don't know how far I'll end up going to this game, but at the moment, I'm not worried too much about the underwater scene. But I would really love to create it like a reflection texture. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would love some ideas or suggestions or maybe links to you guys could think of. Cause I'm a little confused on how to do that. Anyways, yeah, and that's what I've been working on. Just underwater. I do have like a texture blend on it, which makes it look like there's something underwater, right? It looks pretty cool though. I like it. The water is actually blending with the sand texture. It ends up creating that little scene that from far away it looks like there's something underwater, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's awesome. I need better textures though. That's I do. That I do. Um, and I updated my planet before I was using a height map texture to determine the height, and I updated it to use noise instead because I feel like that's a little bit better if I want to create multiple. I mean, not multiple, but different types of planets. Because I can create this, and then if I update it in the shader, I can do this in real time. Or I'm not sure if you can do that, or that's the right name for it. By updating it without closing the program. So I could change it to different types of things in here. So I could do that. I like this type of shaders I'm doing because I don't have to close the program and then run it again and check to see if it's working. But I love that. See, I could do that with noise and height maps. I can't really do that unless I have multiple different types of height map textures. Then maybe. But I like the noise because this has a lot of different. You could do a lot of different things with it, right? But I'm gonna bring it back to what it was before. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, that's what I can do, and it's awesome. I love it, and it still needs a little bit more tweaking on the atmospheric um scattering. It's not that great, but it looks a lot better than it did before, of course. And I love it, and I'm in love with it, and I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with what I have so far, though. I'm not gonna lie because I never thought we'd go this far. You know where I'm at. I never done this before. I never created procedural planets. I never done water before. I have done water in Unity, but Unity makes it so much easier, you know. But I never done it in OpenGL where you have to do everything from scratch, you know. Unity already has all the stuff for you, which is so simple. But this is OpenGL, great, it's awesome. Um, yeah. Just trying to figure where's the sun at, but oh, there it is. It's all the way up there. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna go underwater. Uh, uh. But anyway, yeah, I mean it's good so far. But if me as you go, oh, I went inside the planet. Okay, there we go. See, it still needs a little bit more. Um, it still needs a little bit more tweaking though. That's for sure. Um, and a little bit more tweaking on the water. But besides that, I think this thing looks awesome. What do you guys think? like I said, this is like 1.0 for the water. So, and the terrain is like maybe like 1.5 or 2.0 whatever. Cause oh, that was scattering 1.0. Never mind. Scattering. This is scattering like 2.0 maybe. You know. Oh, and also now that I mentioned scattering, I also have pictures of what I was working on throughout the time, and it looks pretty awesome. And I will put it up in here so you will see it. Oh no, you know what? I will put it in my blog. Those pictures, so I will put it in my blog if you guys want to see it. And it looks, and the scattering looks so awesome. So if you guys want to see it, I'll put it in my blog. The blog is in the description as always. I'd love for you guys to read it. It has more in-depth information on what I did in this on this development, and what else I did in here, and what's my plan for the future. So, but yeah, I'll end this video now. I'm just gonna end it with this beautifulness of the planet. It's not that great yet, but I'm loving it so far, and I'll be tweaking it a little bit more. And yeah, I mean it works great in my regular with the space shooter. It works great as you're moving around, but I think creating a I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, because when it comes to the section where I'm looking at all the meteors, it tends to lag. It does lag a little bit, but the frame drops like at least 30 frames. It goes from 60 to 30 frames, and you can see a little jugging going on. Like jug, it's a jug. You can see a shugging. There we go. A little bit in certain areas when I'm looking at. Because there's a section where I'm going through the planet, and there's a section where I'm actually seeing seeing all the meteors in one in my view, in my camera view, and that kind of lags it. So I gotta update that and do something with it so it doesn't do that. But yeah, I'll end this video like this, guys. I mean, any suggestions on what you guys want to see, anything else, that would be awesome. I'll love you guys for any future suggestions. Feedback on anything, or maybe on this reflection texture that I want to do. Maybe any insights on the underwater part of it, that'll be awesome too. But I'm not too worried about that at the moment, since I'm not going to use it anytime soon. But yeah, I would definitely, once I update this planet a lot better, I would definitely create another video just for this, so I can put it in my portfolio. So, because this looks pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm happy where it's at. I could end it just like that because I'm happy. Because I never knew I would go this far with this planet. And to make it look like this, how it is right now. Another thing, now that I've realized, now that I'm thinking, I gotta update the water, because you can see through it, because it has an alpha channel. There's, let me see, you can see through it. Like right there, you can see a tiny bit of the planet. The water doesn't help me though, but. Because it has an alpha channel on it. And I think I may have to remove the alpha channel. Like, you can see a tiny bit right there. Oh, you can't see the mouse in here, but you can see a tiny bit in here. Or going underwater. So when I was actually looking at like the space shooter game, when I played the space shooter section or scene, you can see through. You can see the actual meteors going through the water. So, but yeah, I gotta update that. Maybe remove the alpha channel out of it, or the opacity or whatever, or transparency or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I hope you guys like this video. I know, and I'll see you guys in the next development video. And like always, any suggestions or feedback will be appreciated. So, signing out, guys, and I'll see you guys later.